Yeah. Uh,
How old were you when you joined Stoked?
that's a very good question too. You're gonna have to make me go back to
2006 was when you, so
2006.
19 years ago.
So 19 years ago,
Okay, whatever your age is minus 20 and then add one.
I was 30.
Oh my God. Are you really 50?
No, 49.
49,
50 next
49,
year.
50 next year. And Rico still looks like he's 20.
Yeah, it's really annoying.
Yeah.
It's very obnoxious, very, very obnoxious. Like
How
very
how old are
obnoxious.
how old are your kids now?
So he is 56.
Okay. And then how old is Pilar and Joaquin?
Pilar is 15 and Joaquin is 11.
Okay, 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 okay. Um, so I started doing these. I had big plans with like this podcast to like I wanted to interview 20 people, 20 minutes for our 20th year. And they're kind of turning out to be like conversations with old friends about reminiscing about the old times when times were more simple and
Kidding? Seriously.
you know what I mean? Like they were way more simple back then. They feel so complicated right now, especially. Hey, so why don't you tell everybody who you are and like just tell us about those early days at Stoked.
My gosh, such fun memories. I'm an alum. I'm a Stoked alum. What can I say? And really loved. I mean, I have my one mentee and only one mentee. I rub it into Enrico's face because he had multiple because they didn't last as long as mine.
That's right.
I got my one mentee, and I just feel like we both grew a lot together. It was challenging, and I remember telling her just to push her, I had to like get out of my own comfort zone, I feel, to make sure that she knows, like, no, I'm vulnerable too. I don't know what I'm doing. I got to be okay with failure. And I talk to everybody still about Stoked and I tell them about the premise of like, you fall in life, you fall and you're going to get up and keep going. And how each of those action sports, right? You fall and you're going to get up. What are you gonna do? Stay on the ground? Can't stay on the mountain, on the ground, on the snow. Can't stay on the ground. You're skateboarding. Can't stay in the water. You're gonna be treading a lot of water for a very long
Yeah.
time if you didn't just get up. And so it was just really fun. It was such an experience. I remember waking up super early, particularly for the snow ones, and meeting at the office, and people will kind of grab their breakfast on the way, getting on the bus. Oh, the dreaded notebook for at least my
The
mentee
notebook.
Lee.
Oh my God. I made you guys write in your journals.
The journal. Oh my gosh. Did she despise that journal? And it was such a struggle to just get her to write on that journal.
I would say thank you for playing along with the idea of like
No,
journaling 20 years ago for young people and adults too, right?
it's so important because that's the thing. You don't pause. You don't pause to reflect. And you don't pause to reflect, then you don't really have a plan to improve, right? Because you need to think about what happened, what did I do well, I wish I did differently, how do I get there? Who was there for me? It's 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 what a lot of people charge money for.
Yeah.
To get you to do when Stoked was doing it many 20 years ago
What
to just
years
like
ago?
get us all to just and setting that standard for the youth, right? To make sure that they develop that practice, even if it wasn't journaling, just the practice of pausing to think and reflect. That was
Yeah.
huge.
Hey, do you remember just anything that you remember back then in terms of like what you wrote in your journal? Do you remember anything?
No, I have really bad memory.
Yeah. I remember writing in my journal, like I'd be in the middle of like, I just started Stoked. And I was like, I remember what I would be talking about 20 years later. I was like, yeah, I want to be building stuff. I imagine myself building, doing construction and that sort of stuff.
Good.
And now I'm doing it. Like
Yes.
because go ahead.
I was just gonna say the vision boards. I remember the vision.
Remember we would cut magazines on the bus.
Yes, I still have my vision boards.
Do you really?
Yes, they're not here. They're at home. Yes,
Yeah.
I have it. Enrico has this. And then the kids in school, I forgot which class, was telling them to do vision boards. And we're like, and we're gonna, we're so excited. We're like, wait, I'm gonna show you my vision board. It's and we pulled them out, dust them off. We're like, look, oh my gosh, look, I did this. I accomplished this. I didn't accomplish that. Whatever, different things. So it was really good.
What so you've been with Lenny for 19 years, which is crazy. That's
Yeah.
great. What does she do now?
Lini was in ninth grade. I remember when I met her. So I did her whole high school process with her. I remember she went to SUNY Albany, and I used to go to Albany a lot for work. We ended up not meeting as much as I thought we would. But I got to go to her sister's baby shower at her mom's, get to see her mom. She was working for, I want to say it was Skechers for some time, but she's like a corporate exec person
Is she really?
within New York Presbyterian. Yeah, she works in their supply. Um,
So she's like a healthcare executive.
yeah,
Oh, that's
yeah. No,
incredible.
it's and the beautiful thing is that for years, even when my kids were younger, she will babysit them. By the way,
Wow.
yeah,
Yeah, well,
yeah.
I used to always tell people like, hey, Stoked, if you do it right, like you could get a job, you could find a spouse, right? Like
Yeah,
you
yeah.
could feel good about yourself. I didn't think about the unlock of like having a relationship that you have a baked in babysitter too.
She was babysitter, and now that Pilar is 15, a few weeks ago, Lini met up with Pilar to take Pilar to get her eyebrows done, where Lini gets hers done because I'm not going to be the beauty person for my daughter. And yeah, and it's just
They have a little relationship now.
exactly.
Holy crap.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
I have a lot more living to live. Like I have a lot more. I have a lot to give to this world, and I have to live for my kids. And I have to live for my community. But
yeah.
that story,
Yeah, no, I mean, and that was all you, really. I mean, you and Saul, like, it was such a beautiful thing. And I had to tell you, even that she is to this day the one that follows up with me. She reaches out and she's like, we got to get together. It's time. Like, we got to catch up. I want to see the kids. I want to see your mom. What's going on? And
wow.
every time, like, we'll meet at a restaurant, or she'll come over to our house. The last time she just came over to our house, and she brought flowers for my mom.
Oh, you
I told
you
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 Pilar was
won
in that.
you
I seriously, I
you
did.
won the
I did, right?
Menti lottery.
I had to work hard.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. On yourself.
Yeah, I had to develop. My kids should be grateful to Lini because I think it developed some more patience that I didn't have
Wow.
before. Yeah, no, it's been
So
really, it's been wonderful.
so what were you doing when you first got when at like 20 years ago? What was your job?
20 years ago would have been 2005, right?
The controller's office? No, were you working there?
No, no, I never worked at the controller's office. 2005, I was at the fire department doing EEO matters.
Oh, okay, 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 okay.
2005 to 2007.
That's right. That's right. And then what do you do now? Because I feel like you have a big title now. What's your job title?
I am the commissioner of a city agency now.
Yo, that's out of control. Vilda, that's
I know.
wow.
Really.
And then, but what was the one before this one?
Before this one, I was at the state. I was a deputy secretary of state for economic opportunity. So within New York, but at the state level.
And then now you're the commissioner of a city agency.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Big time. Vilda Vera Mayuga. That's so crazy. That's so crazy. Oh my God. And then I remember when Enrico, like he was working in like for some education consult, and he was like, I'm done with this. I'm just gonna pursue my passion.
Yeah.
And then now he does ballroom dancing. He's still doing that, right?
He's still teaching ballroom dancing to kids at schools, sort of the same organization. And then he's also teaches tennis to kids in the after school program where our kids went to elementary school. Yeah, that's his, and then he also does basketball coaching with another organization, but he just, he can't
He's like
still.
a youth development professional. He just his career is developing like soft and enriching skills for young people. That's like
Yeah, he
you
just
know
wants
you
kids to be happy, and maybe that's why he stays young.
that's how he stays young. Well, I now you have a 11 and a 15-year-old. So when I left Stoked, I left because I felt like I needed another challenge, right? And so I wanted to
Mhm.
pursue some other stuff. And and then when I came back, I just kind of realized, and then I had to stay through like COVID and like help still get through COVID.
Yeah.
And then when I came back, it's crazy to think that like now my kids and your kids are of Stoked age. 20 years ago, we didn't have kids.
Yeah.
And then now we have kids
Mhm.
that could literally be in Stoked. There was a
Mhm.
old volunteer. She has a kid in 8th grade. And I was like, what school does your kid go to? And she told me. And I was like, and before I even said it, she was like, oh yeah, and he did Stoked. He was part of the snowboard program. I was like, this, oh my God, and it
Amazing.
like warms my heart. So, but I came back and I started thinking, young people, it's not like the lives of young people really improved over the past 5 years. Like if it wasn't for strong parents and strong community, a lot like certain kids, like the kids that don't have that, like their lives have not improved. And if anything, they've gotten worse with technology. And
Yeah.
and now we have this influx of AI, which is like has the opportunity to control our kids more and make them consumers and limit their ability to think. And I hate to get all negative, but like I feel like now more than ever, like we need more. I mean, we need more opportunities for young people, and we need to like, I don't know. It's kind of how I feel. I was like, man, we got to help our kids because nobody's gonna help our kids except for us. Nobody.
Yeah, no, and instead of those opportunities to be outside, right? Just be
Yes.
outside, do other activities, and not feel that a device, because that's what happened. It's like a slippery slope where the phone or the iPad or whatever it is becomes the babysitter,
The
and you're like,
babysit. They're the ones raised the algorithm raising the kids. Yeah.
and he's
So
marketing of it.
it's the marketing of it for sure. For sure. For sure. What
We used to watch TV, right? Sorry, we used to watch TV, the commercials, and just wanting a toy because it was marketed very nicely. Well, it's the
and
same.
now
It's
everything
the same
everything is
concept.
marketed. Everything is marketed now.
Mhm.
Fondest memory that you have
With like, you mean like with Lini or just in
with
general the
Stoke and
program
Stoke and yeah.
with Stoked? I mean, I really, I just enjoy. I mean, my I'm gonna stick with the snow program just because I think we did that the longest, and we still snowboard, and Joaquin snowboards, Pilar skis. Yeah, I think just love being on the mountain and just having always just feeling supported. I knew nothing about snowboarding. And it was just such goodwill and happy, like genuine happiness of being in community. Not just during the activities, but then when we just got together, we would be eating lunch together right at the cafeteria. I Those moments, I just still remember Bel Air. I just still remember being in the cafeteria. I remember pulling out all the sandwiches and just having conversations, and then just the kids making fun of us, like not knowing what, we didn't speak their, well, I definitely didn't speak their language. That's always been my I don't know, my Achilles, I guess. My Achilles heel, and Rico could speak better the language. But just just that community, that just honestly, just that sense of community. I really just appreciated that. I really appreciated that.
Yeah. Those are literally the times. Those are like the best times for me as well. Like looking around, I remember there was with with Skylar back in the day that it was always so stressful to get those days going, those snow days.
Mhm.
But the bus ride back and everybody's sleeping or watching the movie
Yeah.
and knowing that like
Yeah.
everybody put it all out there. They were
Yeah.
vulnerable. They connected with somebody. They learned something. And
Yeah.
you could see some of the kids would be overwhelmed because I mean, now that you have
Mhm.
kids, like, oh, you could see when kids are overwhelmed, right? And there's
Mhm.
all these new
Mhm.
experiences coming. I always felt really grateful for that. And I mean, honestly, I always felt grateful. There was a point where you were on the board too for a little bit. Remember, like you helped out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
that was
Yes. I was there. And Meg. I remember meeting in Meg's house to try to figure out how to craft the bylaws.
yes, that's right. That's right. Oh my God. Yeah. Yeah. She was like, I'm gonna stop. One day she said, I'm gonna stop supporting you unless you get health insurance, Steve. And
Oh my gosh.
I said, all right, how about a compromise? I'll get a gym membership. So from Healthy because we couldn't afford health insurance. So I was like, anyway.
Yeah.
Um, but anyway, I'm so grateful for you and Rico. And Rico you both put a lot of time and raised a lot of money and you helped a lot of kids. And and you were like, aside from there was you, there was like Abba and Lincoln. You were like the married couple. You were like
The
the adults.
couples. Yes. Did you know, like, this role is so tiny, and like, you did just shout out to Stoked, of course, because like Abba's sister worked with me at my previous job,
Wow.
and I forgot how it came out. I was like, her name is escaping me, but I was with her in something. We took a photo. She happened to show it to her sister, who's Abba, and I was just like, and Abba was like, "Why are you revealing that? Wait, I know her." It's like,
Wow. That's so
uh
crazy.
huh.
That's
Mm-hmm.
so incredible. Yeah,
Yeah.
the world is I almost feel like I don't know, like or I guess a question that I have now is like what do you do now in your life that keeps rekindling beyond obviously your family obligations? What else
Yeah.
what else are you doing?
Yeah, I mean, I do enjoy volunteering a lot. Sometimes my kids, people ask me, it's like, why do you volunteer so much? And I say, listen, I feel we are really all members of our community and we all need each other. And when we don't support each other, it's just not sustainable. And for me, you always have to find a way to give back. So I've always, been involved in one way or another with the kids' schools. But what I spent the last almost 5 years at this point, I've been leading the soccer league where the kids play. It's an
Wow.
all volunteer organization of youth soccer. It goes from like 3 years old to 18 years old. And I just manage it as a volunteer
Wow.
with, a lot of help, but that's where I've been putting a lot of my time. I'm on my way out of that to focus more on being more take on a larger role as a volunteer in Pilar's and Joaquin School. But
Yeah.
yeah, that's what I've been doing. Know nothing about soccer, but I just love I love organizing. I like improving processes. I like bringing people
Yeah.
together, and I love that it's all volunteer. So everybody has something going
Is
on,
there for the right
and we all
reasons.
recognize
Yeah.
that. We all exactly. Yeah.
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 Cool. All
That's what
right.
I've been doing.
Final thing is, can you just give a shout out, congratulate us for 20 years and just like as a little soundbite?
Oh my gosh. Huge congratulations. 20 years stoked of impacting lives in just immeasurable ways. Can't wait to see what the next 20 have and keep celebrating. Always forward, forward, forward.
Thank you so much, Vilda. It was so good to talk to you. Big hug.
Oh my God, you too. You too.